Hello Whovians, today I'm going to be looking at the images which are pre-releases for the B&M 3 packs coming out this year. And if you don't know what the B&M 3 packs are, every year B&M Bargains a UK store, so unfortunately for those of you not in the UK, you probably can't get these unless you buy them off eBay. Basically every year B&M has about 3, it's either 2 or 3 a year, and they're around £15 for 3 5-inch figures. And they're kind of on the budget end, but usually they actually are pretty well painted and they're pretty good selection of figures as well. Now this year we've got the news for what the 3 packs actually look like, and to be fair, they look good, but there's definitely one of the 3 packs which I'm not getting at all. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the one that I'm actually not even going to touch with a barge pole, to be completely honest. Considering that this year the sets are $16.99 each, I'm definitely not going to get this one. The Ninth Doctor Collector's Set. Now this one comes with an Auton, the Ninth Doctor and Rose. Now there's one problem from the get-go with this set in my opinion, which is the what is being called the disco dancing Rose, and genuinely this even 2006 when this line came out was just such an atrocious figure. I have about 3 of them, but I literally just, whenever I look at any of my figures, I sort of just stick it in the bottom of a box or something, because it's just like the worst possible figure I've ever seen. Obviously I'll have the picture up so you can see it. It looks absolutely stupid. The Auton I honestly think was a bad choice, but I think it's nice. The set as a whole is a nice concept because it's kind of like a Rose set, if you know what I mean, like the first episode of New Who with the Auton, Rose and the Doctor. But I don't know if her Auton was necessarily the best choice, considering you can buy an Auton on eBay for about £3, and I have got about 5 of them. So, and I think this was like the common one as well. The one with like the green jacket. To be fair, the only actual sort of variant that's in this set is the Ninth Doctor, because it's the version that has the normal legs instead of the bent legs, which came in like the regeneration set, because that's the only Ninth Doctor I've actually got. Also, this time around it does come with a sonic screwdriver, because last year neither of the sets that had a Doctor in it came with a sonic screwdriver, which is a bit annoying, especially considering it was a 10th Doctor and a 3rd Doctor, neither had a sonic screwdriver. So this time it does come with a sonic screwdriver, and it's the red jumper variant. So, you know, that's the only reason I would really buy this for, and there's no way I'm going to spend £17 just for a Ninth Doctor and a sonic screwdriver. So now that my bitching about the Ninth Doctor set is over, we've got the 2 kind of relatively good ones. What I would say, one of them's a relatively good one, the other one's pretty much a brilliant set for the price. So the mid-range one, which I think is mid-range for reasons, is the 4th Doctor set. Now, the reason that I don't like this is because the 4th Doctor has like the most weird pedo-esque face I have ever seen. Like, he looks like he's using fidget spinners in a white van. Genuinely, I'll put a picture up and I'll zoom in on it just so you can see. It's just so strange. But I think that's actually a mould that was used on the one of the first 4th Doctor figures, but I think it was one that came with 2 heads. So there was one which was smiling with a hat, and there was one that didn't have a hat on it, and it was like a normal face. So you could not have the weird face on it and have like a normal one. Unfortunately, this set has been plagued with this really strange head sculpt, but it does come with a K9, and I'm not sure if this K9's actually come out before. I think it's a slightly different colour and paint job to any of the other ones that have come out before in the collector's sets. And also the Leela seems to have like a slightly darker skin tone than the one that was released previously. She does come with a knife, which is cool, and also the Doctor comes with a sonic screwdriver, which again is really nice considering what happened last year, where neither of the Doctors actually had a sonic screwdriver. Now, I think that the 4th Doctor actually does have a slight variance to him, because I don't think this paint job's been seen before. I think the coat is brown, and I don't think there has been a brown coat variant before, and I think it's what some people have been asking for, because I don't think there was one in the 13 Doctors set either, and I think there's some people annoyed about it because it was a variant that had already been out before. and you know, now we have the brown coat variant. It's just unfortunate that it's with this really weird head sculpt. Now, I definitely think that I would wait for this to go down in price to pick one of these up, because I don't really feel like spending £17 on this. So, the one that I am going to spend £17 on though, the Monsters set. Now, the Monsters set last year was actually quite nice. It looked quite vibrant. So if you go on eBay and you search 2016 B&M Monsters set for Doctor Who, it's really vibrant because there's like an orange Zygon, a green Ice Warrior, and a silver Cyberman from Invasion. And this year, it's quite strange because they've gone for 2 classic Cybermen and a New Who Sontaran. It would have been nicer to have an old Sontaran, but I feel like they're probably trying to not damage the eBay economy or something. I don't know. But it's interesting because they've included a Tomb of the Cybermen Cyber Controller, which genuinely I would pay £17 for any day, because it's actually a collect and build figure from the Age of Steel wave, which was back in like 2009, I think. So that's actually really cool to see. I think that the head is actually slightly darker, and I think the paint job might be slightly different. So that looks really nice, because I don't think that on the original, on the head sculpt, I don't think that there was like the silver band around it. I think it was just like grey, and the grey was a lot lighter. Also, this is the first ever time we've had an Attack of the Cybermen normal Cyberman before. It's always been the Rogue Cyberman, which has like the green sort of cyber blood and cobwebs and removable mask and stuff. But it's pretty cool because I'm not sure if there's a variance between this and the Earthshock Cyberman, but it's interesting that we've actually got an Attack Cyberman for a change. Yeah, I definitely want to pick this set up just for those 2 figures alone. I also don't have a New Who Sontaran figure, so I don't actually think the name on the Sontaran's correct though, because it says Commander Score. Or, well, it doesn't say Commander Score, but it says Sontaran Score. And I'm pretty sure that Score is the guy. It's the other Sontaran, it's not the one from this mould. It's the one that went on to... well, it was the same Sontaran face as that other comic relief Sontaran I can't recollect the name of right now. But it's definitely the wrong name for the head sculpt. It was actually... the head sculpt is for the Sontaran that was in Poison Earth, like the commander in that. Also, I think it's the same sort of sculpt that was on the one in like the Sarah Jane Adventures or whatever. So yeah, it's a pretty good set for £17 though. Because when you think they could easily have released the 2 Cybermen as separate collector's series figures at like £15 each. So I'd definitely recommend getting one, or even if you have more money, I would recommend getting a couple, maybe even 3 of these spare, because I feel like this is going to go up in price on eBay when this goes out of circulation, because like really the controller is quite a chase figure for collectors and stuff. And also it's pretty cool to have an Attack Cyberman. Okay, also just as a sort of extra tidbit of information, there are a couple more pieces of Doctor Who merchandise coming out at B&M this year. Apparently there's supposed to be a re-release of the 11th/12th Sonic Screwdriver coming out, but I have no clue what the packaging is. I really hope that it's collector series packaging, because I really like that packaging, and I would appreciate it if it was the single button version of the screwdriver as well, rather than the original release Matt Smith one. But looking at this other piece of information, it doesn't look like we're going to be getting a sort of new packaging, because there is also a re-release of the 12-inch remote control Dalek, and it's the Asylum version by the looks of it, because on the forums someone has actually managed to pick one of these up and it was £50 in B&M. I think that's a bit steep, if I'm honest. Like, you can go on eBay and probably buy one of these for about 50 of the original one. I don't know if that's worth it, but the part that peeved me off was that I would have appreciated it if this was in collector's edition packaging, because I feel like the collector's edition packaging really makes products pop, especially because I kind of think of collector's wave when I see the packaging, colours and style. And this has been re-released in the packaging that was used originally for it. Like the 11th Doctor's kind of blue and yellow packaging, like the really eyesore packaging. I really hated this packaging style. So I definitely don't think I'm going to be picking this up, because I don't have 50 quid to spare, especially on a re-release Dalek. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like and a comment telling me what you are going to get from the B&M wave, or if you're stuck in another country, how annoyed you are that Character Options doesn't want to send you any fun things. But to be fair, you did get the Dalek Sec, which I'm really annoyed about. So thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.